Howdy, folks. Today we're playing Dimir Tempo again, this time with a little bit of a twist. The last time we played a deck that was Dimir Tempo a couple days ago, Covert Gold Bloom in the deck, and in the comments of that video that I posted, Aether Llama posted this deck list saying, I think CGB got it wrong. They needed to add Invoke Despair to their list. And we're going to try that theory out. They said they win 5-0. Let's see how we do with the newly revamped list. And other than that, pretty similar deck. Just now hoping to copy Invoke Despair with the Spell Dancer. I'm sure they changed up the mana base a little bit to accommodate all the black mana. Other than that, looks pretty similar. Let's try out Aether Llama's list on the ladder. Okay, our opponent is going first. And actually, I do think we can keep this hand. Gonna be a while to get to what we want to get to, but mana-wise, but I think we can keep this hand. We have enough considers to get there. Loam Speaker, sure. I think it's more important for us to cast this Consider right now, give ourselves more information before we cut down. Voidwing Hybrid. Maybe we want to just hit lands. And that one's obviously good in the graveyard. Alright, gonna go ahead and cut this down right now. And we have this Consider up. Try to hit the lands. Using all our early spells means it's going to be a little bit harder to... Okay, interesting. Alright, using all of our 1-mana spells means it's a little bit harder to trigger the Connive and the Shredder, but that'll be okay. We'll figure it out. Shredder time. Probably should have tapped the swamp for that so we could have kept up the underground river, but that's alright. Alright, Silverback Elder doing his thing. Well, that's not good for us. Do we Augury now? I don't think so. We don't have that many removal spells that can kill a Silverback Elder in our deck. I think our best bet is to just try to invoke them next turn. See what they hit. Land card. Alright, Augury time. Oh, we would have hit a Go for the Throat too, that's crazy. I think we do have to take the Go for the Throat, even though we'd really like to hit a land. The Voidwing Hybrid back. Play another Experimental Augury. Might discard the Hybrid now. Just because so we can get it back when we proliferate. Seems pretty easy. Yeah, get a Swamp. Proliferate here. Turn that Voidwing Hybrid. Yep, take our damage. Time for an Invoke Despair. We're gonna lose a little bit of mana from this Graphic Growth as well. But we are just going to cast many Invokes in a row. Filer Vigor, yep, that's solid. No blocks. Rampler. I think we need to trigger the Connive here. So yeah, just gonna kill the Defiler, trigger the Connive. Don't know how good this Ichor is gonna be, so get that out of there. And now we can theoretically block this Thrun. Tyrannix Rex. Okay. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Okay, go to 1. Wow. They just played perfect threats up the curve. We're gonna need to draw a Shelter's Edict here or something. Haughty Jin. Doesn't let us cast the Invoke Despair. think we have to invoke and hit land. Land removal spell here. That's not gonna get it done. But I suppose we can proliferate and discard something here so we don't take lethal damage. What do we want next? Oh yeah, Shredder? Sure. Alright, we can proliferate and block for exactly 8 here. They have a way to remove our Shredder. Oh no, but they have another Tyrannix Rex. Oh my goodness, we just got absolutely clowned by the great draw here. That good game, man. Good game. Well, not a lot we could do there. Kind of just stomped us. Those can't be countered, by the way, so even if we had counters or anything, it'd be GG's. Sheesh. Okay, opponent's going first. We have some removal. We'll keep this. The Chrome Coast pass. So they're soldiers or Azorius control. Soldiers. Okay. Well, at least it wasn't Thalia there. Alright, Shredder time. They play Brutal Cathari, we can drown an Icarit. Dice Officer, okay. Not bad either. I think we have to kill it though, stop them from getting a bunch of value. They're gonna draw their card, that's fine. We hit a land, we can start double spelling, and that's gonna make this Shredder a lot better. Oh yeah, okay. Don't think Duress is doing anything. So I guess I'm going to Void Ring Hybrid. I think we need to save this Drowned-Icker in case they have a Brutal Cathar. They draw it or something. Another Resolute Reinforcement's coming down. Yep. Don't think this Duress is going to get anything, so not pretty much just a dead card. Harbin, and they have 5 to attack, okay? Yeah. That's pretty good. I have to Drown-Icker the Harbin. Hopefully we draw a land here so we can connive. Oh my goodness. Okay. And we can't beat that. GG's, dang. That is so frustrating that we never were able to double. We were not able to double spell there. That is a tough start. Okay, opponents yet again going first. Evolve Sleeper, sure. I think that means I want to Duress on turn 1 though. See what they got going on over there. Nice. Mono black with no creatures. Or no groceries. That's a little tough. Kill this Misery Shadow while I can. Let's pass her, okay. Don't need all these lands, so this swamp can certainly go. Actually, I think I actually need to discard this Odawara because I need to be able to cast and invoke Despair, and I can't have Island and Odawara on the battlefield for that, so I gotta bin that. Consider here. If they're just gonna make this a 3/3, get it out of cut down range. Makes sense to me. Definitely get a land out of there. Invoke Despair, okay. An Underground River. I think I'm just gonna cast this now just in case I find a way to remove the Evolved Sleeper. Did we hit? Opponent has splashed white mana for presumably Kaya? I don't really know what they're splashing for. Alright, well, we're on the Invoke Despair plan. See if it's good enough. It was the big change from CGB's list to this list. See if the Invoke Despair can help us claw out of this mono black matchup that currently it's not looking so good in. Our opponent does just dump a bunch of mana into this Evolved Sleeper. I think we're pretty happy about that, though. Sure. Means we didn't get invoked this turn. They don't play anything else. Obviously, they can play the sleeper here. See what they play. See if they decide to commit the sleeper or not. Do they think I'm going to invoke Despair deck? Play what they're betting on right now. If they do think so, they're going to keep this Evolved Sleeper alive. They do play it, okay. They decide they want to protect against Invoke Despair. Probably a good call. Oh, sheesh, okay. Full aggro. Alright, invoke you. Wow, we have drawn an absurd amount of lands this game. We're seeing absurd amount of lands. We discarded Odawara, and we binned both of these. 3 in hand. Probably not going to win this game going all these lands, though. Kind of feel like I've been unlucky to start here. We need more than Invoke Despair here. We need... I don't even... Crazy. We just look at all these lands. See how many lands we draw here, too. Wow, look at this. Crazy. 5 lands in hand. 5 on board, 3 in the graveyard. Pretty unlucky. Top 39. The 13 lands. Yikes. Okay, opponent's going first, and I did check between rounds. We have 22 lands in the deck. That's... We saw 13 of them before 39. That means there were not many lands left in that deck. So that's pretty unlikely to flood like that. And in game 2, we stalled on mana, and that killed us that game. But tough to stall on mana, which makes kind of sense for 22 lands. I can get how you stall on mana, not hit your 4th land. But oof. See, 13 lands and 21 cards. You only have 22 lands total in your deck. That's kind of tough. All right, gonna consider here. I want the Shredder. I'll take second Shredder, I think. So that way next turn I can play Shredder and Duress, or Shredder and Consider. Whatever I'm feeling. Not quite sure what my opponent's doing. There. Mono green adaptive stuff. Could just be like a big green deck. Don't know if that means they have any. They could have a Nissa. Bloody Contaminator. Can accrue to Bankbuster. No blocks. Well, I don't think that this Shredder is gonna, or this Duress is gonna get any better than right here. So I think we're gonna use it right now, or we could just discard it. Yeah, I think we're actually going to discard it off this Connive. That sounds way better to me. Discard the Hybrid. Discard the Duress. Keep the land. Pass the turn. We have this Drowning-Icker and the Spell Dancer next turn to Connive again. Bringing our guys to 5 toughness, which I think is going to be a pretty good number. Opponent is putting the pressure on us, though. Gonna be able to outscale our Shredders. I think we're only gonna be able to trigger these basically once a turn. Pilgrim's basically been playing this 2-mana 4/4. They have another creature here. You can crew the Bank Buster and really do damage. Okay, they don't. That was big. I want to trade a Contaminator for a Shredder. I don't think so. I think the Shredders get more valuable as the game goes on. They can proliferate onto these guys if they want. I think we're fine with all that. Shelter's Edict. Well, I think we really want to be able to Spell Dancer this Invoke next turn. That's going to be the goal. So we're going to get this Bloated Contaminator going. Proliferate all over the place. I think we want to keep removal spells. We basically want lands. Want another Shredder. Yep. Turn this Voidwing Hybrid. We just are really looking to hit a land. Pass the turn. Next turn we can Voidwing Hybrid and Edict to trigger the Shredders again, but really, we just want to untap land for this Invoke Despair copy with the Spell Dancer. Have another Beast Caller, that's fine. They trigger our Connive, which is good because that means they're going to help us hit a land, I think. Hybrid can go. That was a good draw. Okay. I think Spell Dancer can go. All right. Spell Dancer time. Take action. Cast the Invoke Despair. Not that different from just casting 2 Sheltered Edicts here, but no, we move. Target opponent. Yes. Okay, they're gonna make a big Beast Caller and some stuff over there. Okay, they're gonna make a big Contaminator, sure. We have an Edict next turn that we can double cast with a Spell Dancer. And yeah, they know it's over. Finally get a W from our perspective. Kind of was tight to get there, but hey, a win's a win. GG's. Okay, opponent's going first. I'll keep this. Pretty good at going first. All right, mono red. We'd like to draw a cut down. That'd be ideal. Pass the turn. Cognizant, yeah. What else do they have? Phoenix check, sure. We're on the play. I feel a little bit better about where we're at. Got a Shredder. Big question is, do they have a Lightning Strike? Another Phoenix check, sure. Epicure, okay. Lets me Connive. That's actually huge. Man, what am I gonna get here? Get rid of here. Invoke might be good later on. But I think they didn't have a way to get rid of the Shredder, so I guess I'm gonna get rid of that slip out the back. Can eat whatever they attack with, though. Still would love to draw a mana interaction that wasn't about the back. Maybe I should have gotten rid of the Invoke Despair. Maybe that was greedy. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Drowning Nicker this turn. What do I want to kill? Probably the Swift Spear. Pass the turn. The 3/5 up. They did not have a Lightning Strike, so I feel like they definitely would have used it. Reckless Impulse, okay? Play with fire, sure. They jam it with everybody. I'll block this etching if they do. What are they gonna do? With fires and me connives though. Yep, I think we can get rid of the Spell Dancer. Critter's really hard to kill now. It's huge. Massive. But yeah, we're gonna try to Mercurial Spell Dancer this Invoke. That's our big play. Right to the top. Is there another Reckless Impulse? No attacks again. Cut down. Definitely keeping cut down. Probably gonna keep the Consider. Look right there, pass the turn. What did our opponent keep? Another Reckless Impulse? Mechanized Warfare. Okay. Pretty good. So if I don't block, I'm gonna take 2, 3, 7. But I get to kill that Mechanized Warfare, Spell Dancer, and 2 creatures. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. Back here. Take action. Invoke my opponent. Twice. If we're on the play, we can do this just a little bit earlier. We'd be feeling so good about this. They have the burn to kill us. Chandra dress to kill. That's good. That's good.
Don't think a fancy dress means I didn't come here to fight. We should all follow our hearts.
I'll block. No problem there. Let's duress our opponent. See what else they got hiding up there. Reckless Impulse. That's a big take from us. Yeah, I'm gonna attack like this.
Wow.
Take some action. Sitter here. Get 2 copies. Do a little conniving. Keep the Invoke Despair. Don't think we need lands at this point. Get rid of this Dark Six Shores. The Swamp to the bottom. We have cut down and go for the throat up. They only have 1, All I can get us with here. Should be good. Should feel like we have this locked up. Phoenix trick, sure. Resolve this connive. Get rid of a swamp. Cut down the Phoenix chick. The spear and see if they attack with it. Kill the Swiss spear. Get rid of the spell pierce. Hit our opponent with the good game. Double attack. Take the counters away. Cast and invoke despair. And beat mono red. That's pretty good. Yeah, that'll resolve. That'll resolve. -4 with an invoke despair on the stack. I'll take it. Oh, took the hardest road, mono red on the draw, but hey. Invoke despair, Mercurial Spelldancer got us there. GG. Alrighty, opponent's going first. We'll keep this. Opponents have had a pretty good stretch of going first. 12 on turn 1's a little tough for us. Pass the turn. This Legends, just mono white toxic. What do we got going on over there? I'm in for 1, yeah, bring it on. Soldiers. All right, aggro? No, I have no clue what's going on. Keep Shredder, though. Alright, do they have the Brutal Cathar? Pretty good if they do. Do indeed, and they can protect it with the Skrelv. That's yikes. Oh, they took Skrelv down, though? I mean, I'll take the opportunity to get my Brutal Cathar back. Or my Brutal Cathar dead and my Shredder back. Probably, to me, means they have another Brutal Cathar. That's a really odd play unless you have another one. Or another removal spell, okay. Yeah. Let's get in. Yeah, the plan is to block and then Experimental Augury. Get it back. A little bit of value. Siege Veteran, sure, we'll block whatever it is. A weird attack. Okay. Fine, if you want to do less damage to me, I'm fine with that. Gotta get the swamp, I think. Alright. I think we have to hit them with the Invoke Despair. Our Ledger Shredder back. Pass the turn. They can give it protection from blue to attack, but then that means their Skrelv is, you know, powered or down on the protection part of it, at least. Yep, Recruitment Officer's gonna keep getting in. And kill us in 2 turns. With top deck a removal spell, we can get out of this. Gotta be something that can cut down the Recruitment Officer. Kill the Recruitment Officer, rather. Another officer, sure. Kill this Skrelv, I believe. Yeah, we're just straight up dead. Okay. Didn't find anything anyway. Yeah, really solid draw from our opponent. And on the draw meant that was going to be a lot harder game. On the play, I think possible we get there. It's a much closer game, at least. On the draw, they kind of blew us out. GG's. Hey, what do you know? We are going first. We have a Spell Pierce up. They have a Kumano faces Kakazin. We will spell pierce that. They have some cool sleeves that have some fire on them, so wouldn't be that surprised if they were Kumano faces Kakazin gamer. That's the turn. All right, spell pierce anything here. Oh yeah, give me that Kumano. Oh come on, man, no Kumano. You want me to go? Yeah, Kumano. Man, that's actually gonna be a big difference. Swiss Spear versus... If they have the Kumano... Oh, of course we drew that. They have the Kumano next turn. It's going to matter what order they played those in. I have a removal spell for my spell dancer? If they do, at least it's not going face. Oh my goodness. Oh! If I had to cut down on turn one, we'd been able to punish this greedy play over here. Yeah, we're just gonna cut this down right now. Pass the turn. Belden, sure. Alright, kill Belden. Attack our opponent. Gotta get my value while I can. Take action. Consider. Take another consider, I think. I don't think Darkslick Shores is that great. Spell Dancer and keep up the Spell Pierce. Pass the turn. If they give me something to Spell Pierce, I'm pretty guaranteed to take it. Strangle. It's not something we can necessarily spell pierce, so I think we can, but they're gonna be able to pay. Obviously, we could have tapped them out that turn. But I was looking for something more along these lines. And hoping we hit an untapped black land so we can double invoke. Didn't quite get there, but that's okay. Should be able to hit a land of some sort here. Hopefully a removal spell too. Let's consider. That'd be ideal. Man, I can't. Guess I have to take this Darkslick Shores at this point. Want the swamp though. And a Haughty Jin. Take out Naughty Haughty. It's gonna cost us a few life, but some life we're gonna gain back basically by preventing this etching from attacking us. Unless they want to jam with the Foundry too. Squeeze, sure. Bring them on. Four cards in the yard. Yep, we'll block here. So we consider, then the Invoke Despair is going to cost 2 life. Maybe we can't invoke this turn. And we just have to stay back. Suppose that's the play. No invoke, and we're going to stay back. Pass the turn. Because they can't squeeze this... Oh, they can squeeze this turn. It's going to cost their whole turn if they want to do it. Okay. We're fine with that. Strangle. Sure. Gonna come in with a Foundry. Oh, another squee. Yikes, okay. Yeah, I wasn't really planning for second squee, okay. We're gonna consider here. Yeah, we'll take a Drown and Nicker. Sure. Sucks trading the Spell Dancer, but I think that's what we gotta do. Another Spell Dancer, that's solid. I was gonna be able to squeak twice in a row. Yikes. Alright. Gonna kill one of these tokens. Lift right there. If I attack this turn, bring my opponent down to 9, I block the Squee, and then next turn I should be able to kill him with the Invoke Despair. Okay, well, I should have to pay 1 life to block the Squee, take 2, pay 1 life. Alright, that's the plan. Raiju. Similar concept, okay. Should still be able to... Oh, but now I can't, because it's that extra damage, I can't. I gotta draw and tap black. Or I gotta put more spells in my yard without paying mana. Okay, well, Augury time. Gotta hit a spell here without paying mana. And yeah. Yeah, we're gonna hit the duress. Mid 0. And it doesn't ever feel great to duress your opponent for nothing, but we found a way. Maybe I should have been attacking with the Haughty earlier, but definitely needed to attack on that last turn, and we found a way to win. I'll take it. GG's. Let's hit the wrap up. Okay, and we're here with the wrap up for Dimir Tempo. This time, Aether Llama's list, and the deck I want to say is. It has higher draws, like the higher rolling draws, like the best draws the deck can produce now with the Invoke Despair. They're better. They just are. But you've introduced a lot of inconsistency to the deck. That deck actually had a lower land count than this deck, if you can believe that, even though this one has 22. But you have 4 5-mana spells, which in general to me makes it feel like you're not. You know, there are games where you're gonna stall on 3 mana, which happened in while I played the games with this deck. It happened while I played the games with the Cover Gold Blues deck, and when that happens, which it's a non-trivial amount of the time, when that happens, you have dead cards in your hand, and it's just I think having Invoke Despair dead in your hand can be too much of a death knell when compared to the other deck. But I think the drastically more powerful draws you can get from this deck kind of evens it out. So in a roundabout way, I'm going to actually say the decks I think are about pretty even. You're just going to go with this deck if you want more comeback potential, better top draws. This deck can absolutely run your opponent over with the Spell Dancer and Invoke Despair. There's a lot to draw from it from that perspective, but the other deck also had more 1-drops, I believe. This deck has quick count 11 1-drops. I think the other one had like 13 or 14. So in general, your curve is higher, which makes the Temple part of the deck a little bit worse. It makes your Shredder part of the deck a little bit worse. But I think maybe there's a way to sort of adopt principles from both of the decks to make this deck somewhere in the middle, but also have a lot, some more 1-drops, but also be able to cast your Invoke Despairs on time. So I don't know if that means finding more lands. I don't know if that means more Haughty, so your Invoke Despairs cost less. I don't know what that exactly means for the deck, but it's definitely something I would potentially look at, because right now I don't think either of the decks are that good in the ladder, but they both have promise, and hopefully the new set will provide something that'll level this archetype up. I think if you make me choose which deck I like better, I am probably going to go with this Dimir Tempo deck that Aether Llama made. Just thinking about it, talking it through, all things considered, I do like this deck a little bit better with the Invoke Despair. Just it feels like you're closer to a power level with the rest of the format, even if you're going to suffer some frustrating draws where you just die with some Invoke Despair in your hand. So yeah, I'm gonna set it. I said it. Eighth Llama, nice built deck. I just think you built a deck that is it's good within the constraints that the format's cards places on you essentially. Invoke Despair, it has to be the best card Mercurial Spell Dancer can copy. It absolutely has to be. I would be shocked if there was a better copy. And go for the throat, Shelter's Edict, and Drown-a-Nicker. I don't know, maybe there's a better way to weight those spells. The really nice part about the Drown-a-Nicker is that if you copy it with the Mercurial Spell Dancer, it gets you right back to being able to next turn use the Spell Dancer ability after you attack. It'll proliferate twice if you have 2 targets on the enemy side there. I don't know, a lot going on with these decks. Let me know what you think in the comments. Which deck you like better, assuming you watch both videos. I'm still sort of mixed, but I'll take Eighth Llama's deck here. Alrighty, until next time, wherever you are, whenever you are, have a magical day.